Excuse me, it appears I've been summoned to issue an ARC-wide announcement. Orion Robinson and Haley Singleton, please report to the 11th lab. Thank you. The river keeps flowing.
I thought we might be due for another genetic pairing. It's been a while since the last one.
Oh, come on. We don't know that's why they're being summoned.
Don't we? It doesn't take a scientist to tell you that the only reason two people would be sent to the 11th lab is to initiate reproductive planning. But as a scientist, I can say that's 100% correct.
I guess that means she'll be Singleton no more.
Haley's only a year older than us.
What? Are you scared you're next?
Is Mars behind us? I don't know about you, but I'm in no mood to be forced to spend the rest of my lifetime with some loser I barely know.
What about some loser you do know?
Is that really much better?
I don't know. I don't think it sounds all that bad. I mean, it's something to look forward to.
Or dread.
Delaney takes compatibility into consideration, so it's not like you'll end up with someone you're bound to hate.
And if you're really that freaked out, you can just ask Delaney about your compatibility.
Your what?
Should I not have mentioned that?
So we can just ask Delaney and...
Do you think they'll continue all this genetic matching when we've landed on Houston?
Venus, I hope not.
Well, I assume they'll let everyone run free then.
Why do you say that?
The whole point of Novus Terra is to start a new human colony. So they want to increase the population, unlike here, where it's Delaney's job to contain and limit the number of stewards. I mean, if you'll remember from our early ARC lessons, they established genetic linking in an effort to contain the population and ensure the new stewards are maintaining the balance of skill sets necessary for ARC maintenance.
We get it, Leo. You're a scientist.
Reproduction seemed a whole lot more romantic in the Earth movies.
So, what happens in the 11th lab?
Venus, Xylon, Freddy, didn't your parents ever give you the links in the genes talk?
Well, yeah, but when does the, process start?
Well, I guess that depends on whether they choose intimate or distant.
What do you think Haley and Orion will go with?
I don't want to talk about this. It's private.
I mean, they'll definitely cohabitate.
Well, what makes you so sure?
Well, if two people enjoy each other's company and are linked, I don't see why they wouldn't.
You don't think either of them is interested in someone else?
Weren't Orion and Bova floating around for a bit?
It doesn't make much of a difference now, does it? I don't know. I think Orion and Haley might be happy together.
Wow, I can't wait for the day when I too get to say, I might be happy.
Cassie, you do this every time.
Do what?
Complain about the system as if it hasn't been a part of your life since birth.
I just think the ARC could use a few more questioners. Keeps things interesting.
Or makes things messy.
Messy isn't always bad. I mean, animals are messy and, well, they feed us and...
Well, how could you argue with that profound logic?
Yeah, let's side with the guy who wants to be frozen for 700 years so he can live on a planet he's never seen. No offense, Freddie.
Thanks.
I think the point Cassie is trying to make is that all of the ARC's order doesn't leave a whole lot of room for adventure.
I shouldn't have shown you guys the archive room. My superiors warned me about what happens when stewards see too much of old Earth life.
What? We'll see too much of Earth life and then rebel against the Art Council, reroute Delaney back to Earth? I mean, get real, Phoebe. That'll never happen. But don't you think they could ease up on some of their policies?
Like what?
Well, all this genetic linking, for one. I mean, what's so bad about having one generation that's a little bit less in mechanics than the other?
For starters, if they continue to have kids with each other, the Starburst will eventually devolve into a race incapable of the upkeep necessary to keep this ARC on the route.
Leo's right. Balance is everything. We were born with one purpose, and that's to get this ARC to Novus Terra, even if we'll never get to see it happen ourselves. I mean, it's like that song we used to sing in early lessons.
Everybody has a place in the plan. Come join together and lend a helping hand. Everybody has a place.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember the words?
Yeah, don't you?
Yeah, but I work in the archive room. It's my job to remember things. What's your excuse?
It's catchy. Plus, it's accurate. My place is in the 7th lab managing cryo levels. Cassie's is fixing the mechanics of the ship. Freddie tends to the animals. Phoebe is in the archive room.
You don't know what I do in there, do you?
Of course I do. You just said it. You remember things.
I'm in charge of keeping an accurate record of human life on Earth.
Right, exactly. You do this so that
the final Starburst generation will be able to properly replicate it once they reach Novus Terra.
Right. That's what I was going to say if you would have let me finish. Just like the song says, we all have our roles.
As the slogan goes, the Starburst stewards, honoring their one small step, leaping for mankind.
Everybody has a place in